To use your firearm in self-defense. That is what I'm going to cover today. My name is Jason Hansen. I'm a former CIA officer, and I carry concealed daily. It might be a 1911, it may be a pocket gun such as a snubby revolver behind me, or maybe a 6-hour P365, but I live in the free state of Utah, and God bless the Second Amendment, so I carry concealed every single day. The reason I want to talk about how to stay out of prison is very recently there was an incident, and it was a gentleman worked at a convenience store. Somebody went to the convenience store, I would say broke in, but they didn't break in. They walked into the convenience store and they stole some things, and the guy working behind the counter was a concealed carry permit holder. Went up to the guy and confronted him. The guy started yelling at him and saying a bunch of things that were very derogatory to this guy, racist things, and this guy pulled out his gun and shot him several times, meaning the guy who was the clerk ended up shooting the guy who was robbing the place. And then the police came and he told them, hey, I admit I overreacted, I was angry at this guy, and obviously don't say that to police, you know, you're gonna end up in jail. Well, first, don't do anything wrong. I guess that's the most important thing. So, how to stay out of jail. This guy is a clerk in a convenience store. Guy comes in stealing stuff, confronts him. Guy says a bunch of racist, bad things. Guy pulls out his gun and shoots him. You have to be in fear for your life or serious bodily injury. So, if clerk confronts criminal and criminal starts trying to beat the crap out of him, or the criminal pulls out a knife or a gun, well, then deadly force is justified. But not because some guy is yelling a bunch of racist things at you. As much as we'd like to clean their clock and do things to racist people and idiots of the world, that is not legally allowed. And we know deep down that is not the right thing to do. So one of the biggest things is, again, you got to be in fear for your life or serious bodily injury, but also you don't keep shooting when a threat is stopped. If some
He already hit the hard key components of what not to do. Um, Obviously, first of all, if someone breaks into your house, let's just say someone breaks into my house, I can't like I can shoot them, but I can't consecutively shoot them. Like let's just say I shoot them one time and hit them in the chest or something like that. They're still alive. Now, if I shoot them again, let's say they come to my house, I just go bang bang. Let's just say I do that and I drop them. That doesn't mean I walk up to them and then double tap. Army terms. Now they call it consecutive control pairs or something like that, whatever. But if I can't double tap, pretty much. Um, if he's on the ground, he's on the ground. That doesn't mean walk over. Because when they look at the angle of how the bullets can go through, like how he went through them, they can tell he wasn't standing up and you shot him, and then he dropped down. Has to be on the ground, and you shot him down. I don't know I forgot what they used for that, but how they can shoot through the trajectory of the bullet and stuff like that to see how much velocity it had before, or how close of a distance you was before you shot him. You know what I mean? So not a good thing to do. And let's just say if not a gun is not involved. Let's just say you're fighting. Let's say someone comes towards me, I get in my stance, and then they like let's say they throw a punch at me, and I just go under, roll under, rib shot, face, and they fall. Let's just say I do that. I hit them in the ribs, knock out the air, or their stomach, knock out the air, and I hit them over with a right, and I drop them. That doesn't mean I jump on top of them and then start ground pounding, because at that point, like it's like he's already on the ground, like he's succeeding. Like I can leave, I can back up and go away. You know what I mean? I don't have to jump on them and start, succeeding, like hitting them. Now let's just say in the process he was on the ground and he had a weapon like a knife and he was reaching for a knife or reaching for then it's like, okay, even if I run, he's gonna get up and chase me or probably hurt me. So yeah, I gotta get down on him, get the weapon away from him, you know what I mean? Stop him from trying to get up and possibly doing like, trying to do damage to me, like hurt me. Okay. But if they on the ground, they're on the ground. That goes with guns and just using your fist, which nowadays people don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? We don't back in my era, I was used to someone didn't like you, we would fight and then that would be it. Or they come back with a older brother or some shit like that, and then you're fighting again. That's my generation. Now this generation is I'm gonna shoot you because I don't like you. So now his family's gonna come back and shoot someone else, and then we're gonna go back and forth shooting at each other. So one of us, we're good, we're done. You know what I mean? But it's mostly don't shoot a person multiple times. Do not shoot them in the fucking back. That's automatic. You're going to jail. Because if they turn around, running back out of your house, you can't shoot them. Like if someone come through my spring door right now and they bust through my spring door and they look at me like, oh shit, and they turn around and run, I can't just go like, oh yeah, you think so, and then start shooting them in the back. Like I can't do that. Unfortunately, even in Texas, stand your ground. I can't shoot them in the back because they gonna look at that as murder. At that point, that dude was leaving. You all you can do is call the police. Hopefully, you have a video of it and let them investigate. You know what I mean? So don't shoot someone in the back. Don't keep beating on someone, shooting on when they succeeded. And obviously, control pairs. Don't be fucking throwing fucking rounds in the fucking person. Like they down, they down. Like you know what I mean? But that convenience store story that he just gave is crazy because first of all, one of the other steps I would say for number four is because I mean it's five of them. They give it to you for if you ever heard of this place, it's called UCAA or UCSAA or USCAA, one of the two. And it's pretty much a gun safety place where they give you a bunch of courses that you can go over and you can download. And then not only that they do that, they also make sure that if you ever get in a situation, they give you a card for you to call. And then you call that card, that specific card, and they will have someone come, like literally a lawyer within that place you at, come to your house for that situation immediately before the police get there. Like that's their job to get there to talk to you to get the story way before the police get there. And half the time, if they can't get there, they get all the story they can get over the phone and start already building up stuff like that to keep you out of jail. You know what I mean? I used to have it. I think it was maybe it was like $50 a month or something like that, $20 a month, one of the two. But that was back in the day when I was married. So I had one for me and my ex-wife, just in case I wasn't home and someone breaks in the house and she had to shoot the person. You know what I mean? We be both covered. But nonetheless, that's a great thing to have because they tell you straight up, call us before you call the police. That's their thing. Call us before you call the police because we need to know the whole story. We don't know what happened, and we need to get your story correct. So when you call the police, we make sure your story is good. So when they get there, keep that exact same story, don't change it up, and we want to rehearse it and make sure you're fucking good so you do not go to jail. Because that scenario, what that dude was talking about, how all of a sudden he felt emotional or whatever because the dude was saying a bunch of shit out of his mouth, so he decided to pop him a couple of times. I'm pretty sure that guy's in jail. That's not he was his life wasn't in danger and there was no body injuries being involved or about to be caused at all. So but yeah, it's a mindful thing, you know what I mean? People think, oh, I got a gun, I can defend myself, I can do whatever I want. Like, trust me, you go in them court cases, you be seeing all them tough guys start crying when they hear them sentences. Cause fucking 15 or 20 years of life ain't no joke.
Down, that was not the right thing to do.
They're
So
forever
one of the
dangerous.
biggest things is, again, you got to be in fear for your life or serious bodily injury, but also you don't keep shooting when a threat is stopped. If somebody breaks into my office right now and threatens me with a knife, and I have my trusty 1911 here, I'm not going to point it at the camera, and I shoot this guy right here, and he drops to the ground after I fire 2 rounds, well, guess what? That threat is stopped. Guy was bursting into my office with a knife, fired 2 rounds, he plops to the ground, he's not a threat anymore. I can call 911. Now, if he keeps coming at me, you better believe I'm going to empty this whole magazine and fire as many rounds as I want. Doesn't matter if it's 2 rounds, doesn't matter if it's 20 rounds, as long as I stop the threat. But as soon as that guy's on the ground, I can't walk up to him, see he's not moving, and pop, pop.
But that's the thing about that. What can conclude that he felt on the ground the amount of shots that you shot? Because rounds can like I could someone could bust in my house and I have a 20 mag in my Canic that I have. I have it in my car. I don't know why I got it in my car right now, but I have my Canic in my car, and if I see someone come to my house and I go bang 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 bang, bang bang, and then all of a sudden he fall down to the ground afterwards, then it's like, oh well, after the 10th shot he succeeded and he fell to the ground. No shit. He probably sitting there just ding 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 and then fucking you know what I mean? But it just depends. I guess it depends in a way. But that's an iffy thing. I'm normally the one that shoot twice in the chest near the heart area, and then I don't succeed after that point.
put 2 more rounds into him for good measure because I hate this guy who just tried to kill me. Cannot do that. Not a good thing because that threat is stopped. So we live in a very volatile, very charged up world. We hear about these crazy road rage incidents where some guys cussing or flipping off or whatever. And going back to what I said earlier, yes, that makes everybody angry. When someone flips us the bird, we'd love to clean their clock too, but we can't legally do it. So don't let your emotions get the best of you. If you are a psychopath, crazy emotional person, probably not the greatest idea that you're carrying a gun in the first place, because we need to be responsible gun owners. And if you are in a store and somebody breaks in and is running away with a bag of chips, let them have the bag of the chips. But if you are in a store and you are carrying concealed and somebody breaks in and starts shooting people or starts attacking or starts stabbing, then guess what? You can use deadly force to protect other people. So it's not just yourself. So I hope that you are a good Samaritan. If you have a gun on you and you see somebody getting shot, stabbed, or whatever in that convenience store, you are going to do something. You're going to protect yourself. So same thing going back to an active shooter. Unfortunately, active shooters are far too often on the news, especially in school. Well, whether it's a civilian or a police officer who takes down that active shooter, once that guy's on the ground, even though he's a horrible scumbag human being because he's an active shooter trying to target children, you can't see him on the ground when he's no longer a threat. And again, pop, pop. Pop 2 rounds in him just to make sure he doesn't get back up because that threat is stopped. So I don't want you to ever be in prison, obviously. I want you to always do the right thing. Make sure you study the self-defense laws in your local area, in your state. I'm obviously not a lawyer. I just know what I've been trained on. I know what is allowed in my state and in most free states. Clearly different if you live in a non-free state. So protect yourself, protect your family, always carry a gun if you can, but know the laws so you stay out of trouble. I am former CIA officer Jason Hanson. Please like, subscribe, turn on that ring notification.
The last name Hanson is giving me fucking funny vibes. Give me Chris Hansen vibes. But but yeah, I mean, everything he said is true. I would honestly let me move this because his teeth is like showing. That's not even a better picture of the dude, but whatever. Um, but nonetheless, if you in that situation and you have like to use self defense or something like that, I would honestly say the best thing you can do in self defense situations, because I know sometimes it is immediate. You know what I mean? It's not like something that's scheduled or something that's planned. It. You know what I mean? Especially in people with road rage. I'll drive down the road that I've been doing multiple times and never had anybody do a road rage. And then I could probably have one incident where a dude get out of his car or something like that. Then it's like, what? Do I shoot? Or do I present my weapon and let him know to get back in his fucking car? Because you pointing your weapon can be a charge as well. I forgot what charge it can be. I don't I got what charge it can be. But yeah, you just can't just point out your weapon, point at someone because they're coming close to you. Now I can present it in certain ways. Like if someone's coming too close to me, I'll go like, "Yo, bro, chill." I'm not grabbing the gun. I'm just showing I have it on me. Like, "Yo, bro, chill, calm down. Don't make it go any further than what it is." That can be something different than me pointing at a gun at someone approaching my car. You know what I'm saying? So it's like basically what I'm trying to say. If you have a gun and you're trying to protect yourself, be very mindful of how you do it. Like I get it, situations happen where it's just on the spot. You got to think quick. It's not like you have a lot of time to fucking schedule or plan it out. This kind of happens, you know what I mean? But you gotta be mindful. You gotta be very mindful. Be mindful and not let your emotions get in the way of it. You know what I'm saying? So, because it doesn't matter whether you black, white, Asian, or whatever. Anybody can get put in jail just like that. It doesn't fucking matter. They look at it as you shot a couple rounds. He broke into your house. Well, I'm sorry. You shot a couple rounds at him. You killed him. Murder. You be very surprised how many people go to jail for that. You'd be very surprised. And I live in Texas right now. And where I live at, a lot of people ain't doing that because a lot of people have guns in their house. It'd be very stupid for you to break into someone's house down here. Very stupid. Like very stupid. Like it's just stupid. It's really stupid. Like you're likely to break into someone's house down in maybe somewhere where the gun laws is kind of heavy. I would say New York, maybe gun laws is a little way a lot heavier. Certain parts of New York, or maybe Philadelphia. Well, I wouldn't say Philadelphia because I my mom got two of my guns down there, which I need to get back, but they can probably hold on to them. But it's certain other states where owning a gun is kind of hard to the point that people who have guns got them illegally. So it's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, be safe out there, and hey, be very careful how you use your weapon when it comes to self defense, man. Think about it. Trust me. After blow a couple rounds, be mindful how many rounds you're blowing. You know what I'm saying? If someone busts into your house and you shoot them through 2 times or 3 times, and they fall for some apparent reason, you still busting rounds. That I think you need to have a good lawyer and a great story. You know what I mean? A great story. So stay safe, man.